Hi everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today we're going to look at the 6 main chords that make up the key of A major, and we're going to learn the chord notes so that you'll be able to see how can I play that chord all up and down, and which chords go together, and the Roman numerals, and a bunch of good stuff. So let's get started and I'll show you how it works. Okay, today we're using a Fretboard Toolbox Essential Mandolin ebook, and we're going to go to the key of A major, and we're going to learn the 1, 4, 5 chords. That's your backbone major chords. That's the backbone of tons of Western music. And then the 3 minor chords, the 2, 3, and 6, which are also in tons of songs. So let's get started with those major chords. Click on the key of A major if you have the interactive book. And then we're going to look at these. We're going to start with the 3 main major chords, which is the 1 chord, A major, the 4 chords, D major, and the 5 is E major. So the 1 chord, A major, is always made up of the notes A, C sharp, and E in every instrument. It's always those same 3 notes. So if I can see where's the A, C sharp, and E notes all up and down the fretboard here, I can play A major in a whole bunch of different ways. So one of the first ways that I figured out to play it was 4th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 4th fret, and the 1st string, 5th fret. And I play it like this. There's the A, E, C sharp, and then the A on the 1st string. Okay, so that's A major, and we can play it a whole bunch of different ways too, though. If you play C sharp, A, E on the 6th fret and 7th, 7th, and then you skip the 1st string, you're also playing A major. So that's C sharp on the 6th, A on the 7th, E on the 7th. Same chord, just a different voicing. If you want to play that big bluegrass shape, in 9th fret E, 7th fret A, 2nd string 4th fret, and then the 5th fret A here. And that looks like this. So I've got the E on the 9th fret, A on the 7th, C sharp on the 4th, and A on the 5th. All the same chords, so a bunch of different ways to play it. One more real quick is 9, 7, 7, and then you can play 9 or you can skip it. And that looks like this. So that's skipping that last string, just playing these 3. That's E, A, E. And I can add the C sharp up there if I want on the 9th fret. Alright, so a bunch of different ways to play A. Now let's learn some ways to play the 4 chord, D major. So that's D, F sharp, and A. So I can click on that. And now these D, F sharp, A notes are all in purple circles here. So the first way that I learned was 4th string, 2nd fret, and then open, open, and then the 1st string, 2nd fret. And that looks like this. I got an A here on the 4th string, open D, open A, F sharp on the 2nd. And the reason I want to know these chords is because these chords fit together. Here's A, there's D major, back to A. So I can also play D major on the 4th string 2nd fret, the F sharp on the 4th fret, and the D on the 5th. That looks like this. And I like that shape. You can also hold that shape like this. Because it fits really nicely. Here's the A, there's the D, and it's nice to find chord shapes that are near each other. So I can play D on 7, 4, 5, that's D, F sharp, D, that's D, D, D. I can play it on I can play this shape up here, which is the same shape that our A was. So I got a D up on the 7th fret, A on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, F sharp, and then D. There's another nice shape down here. This is D, F sharp, D, F sharp. So notice that some of those I'm not playing all 3 of those notes. Like that one only had D's and F sharps. and so that's called the 1 and 3 note. So I can just play the 1 and 3 note. We can also play 1 and 5 notes. That's called a power chord or a 5 chord. So I could play only D's and A's. We could do that. I could do that right. Where's a good spot? We could do just these 3 strings here. And it doesn't really have a major minor sound. And I'll tell you why some other video here. I could play it way up here. That's ADA. So lots of different ways to play them, and it's cool when you know the chord notes, because those notes are not only the notes that build up the chords, but they're also the notes that sound coolest as the melody. So when the melody's on a D chord, it's these 3 notes that sound the coolest, D, F sharp, or A. And then often the A, and on A major chords, these 3 notes sound the coolest. And then the other notes in white boxes are the major scale notes, and so those are used to kind of fill in the melodies. And then E major is the 5 chord. It's E, G sharp, B, and that's like a bunch of different ways here. I could go here, and after a while you'll start seeing that we're seeing some of these same shapes. There's the power chord. Here's this one. Here's this one. This one. So just pause it if I'm going too fast and try to find a bunch of these shapes yourself, and you'll start seeing that these, all the major chords use the same chord shapes, just slid up and down. And you build that muscle memory for where those chords are found, and cool things happen. Okay, so then if I want to play the 3 minor chords, the 2 chord is called B minor. It's made of B, D, F sharp, again on every instrument. So I could play that here, B, F sharp, D, B, on 4, 4, 5, 7. That looks like this. Back to A. That's my B minor. Here's D, E, back to A. So I'm just kind of trying to show you those chords all sound good together. There's a bunch of different ways to arrange them. So C sharp major is always C sharp, E, and G sharp. I can play that a bunch of different places. One way is G sharp, E, C sharp. That's like this. 1st fret, 2nd fret, 4th. Listen to how minor chords have sadder sounds. I could play C sharp, E, C sharp on 6, 2, 6 or 6, 2, 4. I can play this shape on 6, 6, 7, 9. And again, so you just start paying attention to those minor chord shapes, and you start seeing that they're all over the place. And then the F sharp major is F sharp, A, C sharp, and I could play that. I could do that same power chord. The cool thing about power chords is they use 1 and 5 notes. I'll show you real quick here. F sharp major power chord is F sharp and C sharp. And so the major and minor chords use the exact same 1 and 5 notes. So if you play a power chord and leave out this 3rd note or the flat 3rd note, then then you can use that chord shape over major or minor chords, which is a cool little secret. Alright, so I could play the power chord up here. This is 6, 4, 4, which is C sharp, F sharp, C sharp. I could play 6, 7, 9. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to places to play the chords, and then there's a whole bunch of different ways to arrange those chords. So these chord progression boxes especially the one on the left here, uses all the chords we learned today, and you can get those chords down and work on jumping back and forth between the chords. And if you want to practice that, go to the Toolbox website and then go to this Jam Tracks link. Click on 200 free jam tracks, and then I've got the keys of G, A, C, D, E, and F. So today we're in the key of A. So I can click on that box, and then it's me playing through all these chord progressions and telling you what the 1 chord is and the 5, and I play them at 4 different speeds each, so you can kind of get down all those different chord changes, and later on I'll show you how to solo over those, and lots of cool stuff to play with. So if you want to pick up your own fretboard toolbox, you go to pick your instrument. I've got a whole bunch of different instruments here, but you click on mandolin. Today we were using the Essential Interactive book, which is this one here. You click look inside, you get the G major key pages for free. I've got spiral bound print editions that are on heavy cardstock, and they stay open, which is cool. And those have Essential editions have all the keys that people play in the most: G, A, C, D, and E. So anyways, I hope you found something useful today and found something you can play around with, and I'll have lots more videos coming on lots more instruments. Thanks for taking a look.